Hi, everyone, and welcome to week 12. If you can believe it, we're already on week 12. This week, we will continue talking about working with families, but we're going to shift gears and start talking a little bit more about family engagement in the classroom, including how to support parent volunteers, things like resource libraries, and fostering that connection from home to school. Some ways that are pretty typical of doing something like that is a newsletter, a weekly, monthly newsletter where you share what's happening at the school, topics that you're learning about, things that the parents can talk to their children about at home. I also see a take-home backpack being something that's pretty popular. We'll talk about that at Zoom. I have a personal example to share with you. We know that a parent is a child's first teacher. And we spoke at our Zoom meeting last night or this past week for week 11 about how we are also sometimes a parent's first teacher, particularly in early childhood. So if you work in infant, toddler, or preschool, a lot of times we are supporting not only the child, but the family as well. And it's important to do that in the most like we talked about last week, culturally respective way, but now we'll also be talking about how to build those connections between home and school. We know that this is hard. It's definitely not always easy, but it's important to foster this connection both for the children's academic growth as well as social and emotional. We will be doing a simulator this week from the Office of Head Start. It's actually really interesting. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure type situation where we will practice goal setting and communicating with families. I will post that link in the announcement so that we can all access it during our Zoom meeting this week. For your homework, you will be working on competency statement 4, which is working with families and establishing relationships. We're almost through the competency statements, which is exciting. As always, there's a discussion and a check your knowledge quiz since we're at the end of this module. There's also a resource collection, which is the Family Resource Guide. The Family Resource Guide requires you to look up some information about your area as well as providing some articles and additional resources for families. I often get many questions on this one, so I'll make sure and save some time at the end of our Zoom meeting for any questions that you have. But until then, have a great week, and I will see you on Wednesday.